cost than it is for variable cost.
So the question on that page also says, is the 10 in manufacturing for greater fixed cost or greater variable cost?
Ah,
Fixed cost?
have I answered that question?
No. No.
Shame on me. What do you think?
Fixed cost?
Towards fixed costs. Particularly here in America, very often people are replaced by machines. So direct materials, which is a variable cost, or direct labor, excuse me, which is a variable cost, is being replaced by machines, which is a fixed cost. What did you say, sir?
Like automation.
Automation, exactly right, exactly right. So now I'm drawing another graph on page 161. There's a lot of people missing. Holden, what is this? That is a good question, he says.
Variable cost in total.
Sir?
Variable cost in total.
Variable cost in total. What makes you think it's variable cost in total? Does it look just like it? It is a little, it's a little different, isn't it? How's it like it though? It slants up at a diagonal. How does it not look like that? How does it not look like a variable cost, Nick? Precisely correct. It doesn't start at the origin. It starts there, doesn't it? So what do you think this might be? Anyone? Tyson? I'm sorry? Total costs. Total costs. Total costs. And total costs are actually what two costs add together to arrive at total cost. Tyson, can you name one or both? Variable and fixed. Here we have fixed costs. Right there we have fixed costs, and fixed costs plus variable costs give us total cost. How fun. Right, Evan? Yeah. He was just yawning. Okay, now we've already taken one trip down memory lane. We're about to take another because you all were remembering history teachers you might have had, some of whom might have been in college and most of whom may not have been in college. Now, what, sir? Okay. Now, let's go down memory lane to when we took algebra. Okay, so when we took algebra. Hopefully that wasn't too unpleasant of an experience for you. So, are we in algebra class with our favorite, no? Kind of imagining algebra class? You in algebra class? Remembering kind of the teacher and the things you learned. Robina, how can we express a line like that blue line on an XY plane? Kind of lesson from algebra. What formula can we use? What formula can we use? Y equals mx plus b. Very good. Did anybody use y equals a plus bx? Did anybody use that one? You've seen it. Clearly, it's the same thing. Not used nearly as much. I make you aware of it because there is a practice, there's a question on the practice exam in that format, y equals a plus bx. But just, you can see, the thing that makes it confusing is there's b in both, right? And they mean different things. That's really unfortunate. I don't know who was, you know, what smelling salt someone was using when they did that. But this is the one we'll use in this class, certainly for today, because that's the one everybody's most familiar with, okay? So what I want to do now, and another person missing, Brittany, I get to talk to you a lot sooner because there's a lot of people missing. I would like, for the formula in the box, can you give me an accounting word for one of those letters? an accounting word for one of those letters. We're going ultimately we're going to have accounting words for Y, M, X, and B. Accounting words. And Tyler, you're coming next. There's some on the board. Yes. What letter? What is B in algebra? You don't remember. What?
The y-intercept.
The y-intercept. Does that phrase ring a bell? Yeah. The y-intercept. Tyler, does that ring a bell? Where's the y-intercept on the board? B. And what's the label that's on the board? In red. Fixed cost. Fixed cost is B. See how easy this is? Tyler, isn't this easy? Brittany? Did you think it was easy? Isn't this easy? This is just fun. Except nobody's smiling. She's yawning, or trying not to. Oh, heavens. So, Kylie, can you help me? Yes! Total cost is Y? Awesome. And I found a brand new black pen. Doesn't it smell good? This is why Dr. Fessler's always happy. Huh? The smell of Expo. Well, I mean, you know it's bad. You all can smell it, I'm suspecting. Yeah. Yes, so it's not just my eyes that are watering. It is yours too. Kristen? Unfortunately, the two easiest ones have been taken. But I need an accounting word for M and an accounting word for X. Either one. Actually, one of them is labeled on the board still. I'm sorry? What letter? Correct. Although I'm gonna say it a little more precisely, it's actually variable costs per unit. Okay, so it's not variable costs in total, variable costs per unit, but that's very correct. Variable costs per unit. Brett, you're stuck with X, man.
Volume.
It is volume, but I'm actually just gonna leave it as X. But what is the name of this axis? X-axis, volume axis. But it's the x-axis represents volume. The y-axis represents total costs in dollars. How's that? Wasn't that fun? Thank you, Matt. Matt moved his head. Oh, need to put some information on the board. You all want me to shuffle the cards? I mean, last class, you know, I shuffled last week.
You're gonna have a hard time figuring out who you see out here.
Yeah, I know your names now.
You're gonna flip through.
I do have to flip through, but then you don't know who you follow. Like these two, they sit beside each other, they know they follow one another. And so that's why Tyler was getting really nervous when he didn't know the answer, you know, when she was saying, I don't know the answer to that question. He's like, but I don't either.